All right. So I believe you should question everything. Question everything that's ever told to you. Question just simply anything that doesn't make sense to you. Question it. As we get older, as we grow up, when you're youngin, when you're a little baby, little kid, 5, 10, whatever, your curiosity is all over the place. I remember like we'd be chilling in my living room watching like Law and Order, and I would have all these questions about the show, like why do they have to go to court? Why don't they just arrest them if they already know who did it? Why this, that, and the third? Because I don't know any better. I was always questioning, like why do we do certain things? Why do we go into an office every day and sit in a queue? Why do we have to wear a suit and tie every single day? Why do certain people, well, like for example, why do we drive on the right side of the road here in America, but in the UK or in London they drive on the left side of the road? Why, like things like that? I've always, it's always been like gears spinning in my mind to just question things that we see as normal, things that we see as the regular. It's always been something I did, and just question everything, and not accept it for what it is. And what really did that for me was, what I'm thankful for, is my ability to travel a little bit when I was younger, go to different countries, go to different places like states, and just experience different cultures. I'm like, yo, this is weird. Why do they do that over here? Why do they eat this? Why don't they eat this certain thing? At why do they go out at this time? Why do they drink this? But just simple shit. Just always question everything. And what really made me think of that today is I heard Kyrie Irving say, he simply just said question everything. Everyone like flamed on him when he said the Earth was flat, it wasn't round, and it was more so he said that because simply to just question everything. He said, don't always accept things the way they are because a certain authority tells you to. Because someone who may have more power than you says this thing, don't just take it and run with it. Like question why that is. Why should I listen to you? Why should I follow this specific rule? Why is this rule even in the rule book? Why do we do these things the way that they are? Why has this company been doing had the same business model for the last 100 years? Why do we have the same schooling system for eternity? And we have better technology, better services, better things. Why are we locked up in an office all day? Why, when we know we have the ability to work from home, have the flexibility to spend more time with our children, our families, but we needed to come to this cube to do the same thing we can do at home? Just question the normality of things. Always be curious. Always just take a deeper dive into things. And sometimes it is what it is. Like sometimes you can't really, there's no answer. There's no answer to the question you have. And that's the beauty about this whole thing. That's the beauty about life. Like everything is not gonna have an answer. But it's cool to question everything, and it opens your brain up a little bit. I think the best I think when kids are young and they're in school, I think the greatest students, the greatest the students who will achieve the successes are the ones who don't always follow every little rule. Don't always. Not. I'm not saying they steal or like they beat people up or they They, you know, but don't the best students, like the best grade wise students, don't it doesn't necessarily translate into real life of success. You could have 8 straight A's your whole life, middle school, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, but that doesn't necessarily translate over to success in the real world. They're taking all these exams and quizzes and doing your homework on time doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate to you being the brightest when it comes to making the money, having an actual successful career, because you just all you know you're good at is following rules, and that translates to grades. But the grades, the grading system's been the same for eternity, so nothing's really changed, and we know that doesn't translate. And the students who they may have dropped out of college, they may have dropped out of high school, they may have took an alternative route because they felt like, why are we doing something? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And I feel like sometimes I messed up for going to like this big school because I just followed the game plan that was given to me. I didn't really question like why is college so expensive? Why am I paying $60K a year to get something? Like, you need to go to college, right? To get the career that you want. You need to go to college. You need to pay that 60 bands. You just need to. If you want to go to UConn, you need to pay that 60 bands a year. You need to take out that loan. It's just part of life. You need to follow this structure. You need to have the 2 kids and the American dream. That's how it is. Don't question it. Just that's the model we laid out for you. Follow it. You have to question every little thing that's just going on, and I don't know. Just be open. Be open to things. The thing with some older people, the 70, 80-year-olds, is they don't like change. They don't like adjusting. They don't like to do something different. I think it's cool now with our generation. At least this is one of the perks, one of the pros about like the younger generation is they're more open to testing out new things. They're more open to. They're just more curious in different avenues of life. Because there's more to life than the rigid structure that we've always been following. There's more to life than what's been told by authority. And they're doing these unconventional things because once you get a little spark of success, once they see it's been proven that you don't need to go the generic route in life, then it opens the floodgates for everyone else to follow suit. So the main message is just question everything. Don't simply take things surface level. If your boss, your manager is giving you a certain task, ask when it doesn't make sense to you, ask why. Don't just accept it. Don't just take it. Sometimes you just got to do it. It's part of your job. You just got to do it. But I feel like you should always question every single thing that's given to you and just everything in life. And that's the beauty, bro. There's so much to life that you could fall in the rabbit hole. And it's just what it is. Like, it's crazy how the body, like for me, when I was young, bro, I'd be like, yo, how does the body work? Like, how are we breathing air? How are the Earth, planets and the moon, how are they all just floating in space right now? Like, that was the shit I would have in my mind. And I would just be curious about every little thing. Like, why do we wear shoes? Like, obviously we wear shoes to protect our feet, but it's cool to know that you may not have an answer to the question that you're asking, but open yourself up to different things, visit different places, because then you're going to see there's more to life than what you've known. There's more to life than what you've been given. And I had the luxury to experience different cultures and go to these countries, and especially going to different countries, you notice the cultural differences and shifts. And I feel like those who travel outside of their city outside of their country, they're more willing to accept people's differences. They're more willing to be open and be friendly towards others who may have a different way of doing things, because they know there's an entire world out there. Like, everything's not going to be ran exactly the same way in every single place. So those people who are lucky enough to travel a little bit know, like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to to open your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main message of the story, or main message of today. Just simply question everything, and why things run the way they do. And if there's no answer to it, then so be it. But at least you brought up the question and started the conversation. You know. So that's all I have for you today. Peace.